Good afternoon. So today let us discuss about wide band pass Butterworth, wide band pass filter. Okay. So before that, before starting wide band pass filter, let me know what are band pass filter. Okay. So band pass filters are those which will filter only certain band of frequencies. Suppose if I say the frequency range is 1 kilohertz to 10 kilohertz, it means the signal whose frequency between 1 kilohertz and 10 kilohertz is pass band, means is considered. So less than 1 kilohertz or more than 10 kilohertz will be filtered off. Okay, so the band of frequency that are allowed means 1 kilohertz to 10 kilohertz, which means it will allow only certain range of frequency of the input signal. The rest of the range of the frequency signals are what attenuated or it will be filtered out. So if I say between 1k to 10k means the input signal whose frequency in the range of 1k to 10k will be allowed, the rest of the frequencies will be filtered out. That is about band pass filter. Basically there are two types of band pass filter. Okay, basically there are two types of band pass filter. First one is the wide band pass, second one is the narrow band pass. So what is the difference between wide band and narrow band? Basically they are categorized based on the quality factor. Okay, wide band pass and narrow band pass are categorized based on quality factor. So what is meant by quality factor? For quality factor is a measure of selectivity of the range of frequency. So if I say the quality factor is less than 10, that becomes wide band. If the quality factor is greater than 10, that becomes narrow band. So we are using this quality factor as a measure for the selectivity of range of frequency. Okay, so here actually there is a relation between the quality factor Q, the bandwidth and the center frequency Fc. So what is the relation is Q is equal to Fc by bandwidth, whereas we can also write it as Fc divided by bandwidth is Fh minus Fl, whereas the center frequency is given as the square root of Fh and Fl, whereas Fh is the high cutoff frequency, FL is the lower cutoff frequency. Okay, so now let me discuss one by one. Let me discuss the first one, wide band pass filter. Okay, so how a wide band pass filter is formed? A wide band pass filter is formed by cascading a high pass and a low pass section. So here let me open a wide band pass filter. Okay, see this is basically a wide band pass filter which is formed by cascading first order high pass section and the first order low pass section. Okay, so I repeat, the wide band pass filter is formed by cascading first order high pass and first order low pass. So if what we are doing, let us consider this circuit. See here, why it is first order? Because it has only one RC section and one RC section. Okay, you can cascade both as first order, both as second order. Okay, so now what we will do, let us see what we are giving the input. The input we are giving as a sinusoidal. See, this is the input signal we are applying here. The input is a sinusoidal signal of amplitude 1k and frequency 1 hertz, so 1 kilohertz. Okay, so this is the input we are giving from the function generator. Okay, if we simulate, okay, if we simulate here, let me on, run, start. Okay, so if we simulate we can see the frequency response. If we simulate we can see the frequency response. This is the frequency response curve, simulated frequency response curve. So before analyzing the simulated frequency response curve, let us go to the theoretical part and check. See here, this is the frequency response actually. See, I told it is formed by cascading a low pass with a high pass. First order low pass and first order high pass are cascaded. So similarly, the frequency response here is the combination of frequency response of first order high pass and first order low pass. See here, this frequency response curve, how it is obtained means from here to here, half of the frequency response. From here to here, it is the frequency response of first order first order high pass filter. From here to here, it forms the frequency response of first order low pass filter. So when we cascade, the frequency response will also get to be added, and finally the frequency response will look like this. Okay, so I repeat, from here to here, it becomes the frequency response of first order high pass, and from here to here it becomes the frequency response of first order low pass. So the frequency response is obtained by cascading. Both the frequency response also get cascaded. Okay, so now we can see by the implementation of tool here. See, from here to here, it is the frequency response of a first order high pass filter. Okay, so from here to here, it is the frequency response of first order low pass filter. So if you come 3 dB down, and if you draw a line, it will cut, for example, these 2 points. So this becomes the cutoff frequency. This will become the lower cutoff frequency, and this will become the higher cutoff frequency. So that is how it looks, or that is why how it is studied. Okay. Now suppose if I cascade two second order but second order filter, what happens here? Here the gain will increase by 40 dB, and here the gain will decrease by 40 dB if it is a second order filter. But in this case, we are cascading the first order, and this is also first order. So if both are first order means the gain will increase by 20 dB and the gain will decrease here by 20 dB. So the increase or decrease in the gain by 20 dB or 40 dB depends upon the order of the RC section. Whether if it is first order, it becomes 20. If it is second order, it becomes 40 dB per decade. Okay, so that is about wide band pass filter. Next, now what we have to do, actually what happens here, this is the first order high pass section, first order low pass section. So the formula for voltage gain magnitude of first order high pass is this one. We have already derived this equation while studying first order high pass filter. Similarly, the voltage gain magnitude of first order low pass filter is given here. See, since here the two sections are cascaded, first order high pass section and first order low pass section are cascaded. When both are cascaded, the gain gets multiplied. So what I am doing, I am multiplying this voltage gain magnitude multiplied by this voltage gain magnitude. So when you multiply two gains, the final total voltage gain is this one. This is the voltage gain magnitude of a wide band pass filter, where A suffix f of t, A represents the gain, f is the first order, t represents the total gain. So A f of t represents the first order total gain into f by fl divided by square root of this. So this is the equation for total voltage gain when two stages are cascaded. So after this, what we have to do? We have to solve the numerical. So what is the numerical they have given? Design a wide band pass filter with FL is equal to 200 Hertz, FH is equal to 1 kilohertz, and a pass band gain of 4. See here, the problem, the numerical here will be splitted into two stages or two sections. Why? Because wide band pass means it will have one first order high pass and one first order low pass. So first we have to solve the numerical, and then we have to find the we have to solve the first order voltage, first order low pass filter, and for first order high pass filter we have to find, and then we have to multiply the voltage gain, magnitude of voltage gain. So let us consider the first case. Okay, So here first let us consider the first order low pass filter. So it is the combination of two first order low pass filter. Let us consider first order low pass filter. So this problem, what happens for the first order low pass filter, f of h is given to be 1 kilohertz and the pass band gain is given as 4. So for this we have to design a first order low pass filter. So how to design for a first order low pass filter? It has been already designed in the previous example when we were studying. So let me go back there and have a look once again. So here the same, here they have given the frequency f of h is equal to 1 kilohertz. The value of c should be lesser than or equal to 1 microfarad. So we have taken c is equal to 0.01 microfarad, and whereas r is equal to 1 by 2 pi fh into c, where fh is nothing but 1 kilohertz. If I substitute it here, the value of r is equal to 15.9 k. Okay, and then we have to choose r1 is equal to rf is equal to 10 kilo ohm. So up to here we have to copy down and write the same here, where we have to write in the wide band pass filter, we have to copy down the first one. First section of the numerical is this one. Okay, so this one. Next what we have to do? Next we have to find the sorry, we have to design a high pass filter. So how to design a high pass filter? Let the lower cutoff frequency is given to be 200 hertz. Let C is equal to 0.05 microfarad. Again, it is also considered to be less than 1 microfarad. So what is the formula for R? R is equal to 1 by 2 pi FL into C. So 2 pi into 200 into 5 into 10 power minus 8. So the value of R appears to be 15.9 K. So what he has given, the total passband gain is equal to 4. So here what happens, let me have a look at the tool. So here what we are doing, we are saying that, I'll show you the circuitry. So here what I am doing, here the total passband gain at the output is equal to 4. So since they are cascaded, see here the total passband gain at the output is 4. Since they are cascaded, the gain gets multiplied. So if the total is 4, each section can give a gain of 2 and 2. So 2 into 2 will become 4. So each section will provide a passband gain of 2. Suppose if I say the passband gain is 9, each RC section will each section will provide a gain of 3. 3 into 3 becomes 9. Since it is 4, 2 into 2 becomes 4, because when they are cascaded, the gain gets multiplied. Okay. So what he has done, the voltage gain magnitude of band pass filter is equal to voltage gain magnitude of high pass into voltage gain magnitude of low pass. So that 2 and 2 will get multiplied, and that before that I have written this formula, wherein V naught by Vin is equal to AFT of FL, F by FL divided by square root of 1 plus F by FL whole square into 1 plus F by FH whole square. How do I get this equation? We have taken the gain of high pass, take voltage gain magnitude of high pass, we have taken the voltage gain magnitude of low pass. So when they are cascaded, after multiplying the two voltage gain magnitude, we will get this equation. So here the given data is AFT is 4, FL is 200 hertz, and FH is equal to 1 kilohertz. So from this we can find the center frequency. F of C is equal to root of FH into FL. F of H is 1000, F of L is 200. So when we multiply, we will get it as 447.2 hertz. Now the formula for Q. So what is Q? The quality factor Q is equal to FC by bandwidth. FC divided by bandwidth is given by FH minus FL. So FC is 447.2 hertz. Frequency FH is 1K, which is nothing but 1000 hertz minus 200 hertz. So your Q will be equal to 0.56. So when Q is 0.56, obviously it is less than 10. So the expected filter is a wideband filter. Suppose if I want to check for the other frequency, what happens? I have to, this FL and FH remains as it is. If the frequency first I have chosen 100, now if I want to test for 500 hertz, so for this F substitute 500 and the rest all values remain same, and then you will obtain the voltage gain magnitude like that. For different frequency, you will get different band of frequency. So next is the other part is the narrow band pass filter. So what are narrow band pass filter? Let me show you. Narrow band pass filter means this one. Okay, so a narrow band pass filter is formed by using multiple feedback paths. See, there are two feedback paths here. Okay, so two feedback path means what happens? Yes, you have the feedback path R1 here and the feedback path C2 here. Okay, so this is the, it has multiple feedback path. Okay, then it is basically an inverting mode, and here in order to design the filter, this appears to be R3, these two are R3, this is R2 and this is R1. So he has given directly the formula R1, R2 and R3. So R1 is equal to Q divided by 2 pi Fc into AF, R2 is 2 pi C Fc, 2 Q square minus AF, R3 is Q divided by pi C into Fc. Suppose now I will show what is the input we are giving. Input we are giving is sinusoidal with 1 volt amplitude and 10 kilohertz frequency. Suppose if I simulate this using the function generator, if I simulate this, sorry, if I simulate this, if I simulate means signal analyzer, if I simulate, so on, run, start. Okay, so here what happens, you can see here, you can see here means if I show it like this becomes a narrow band pass filter. See, look at the peak here. When you compare with the other one, if you come 3 dB down and compare here, when you come 3 dB down and compare the, this is narrow band. Okay, the selection, the band is very small here, only small amount of band of frequency will be allowed. So this becomes the pass band and this becomes the stop band. So compared to wide band, in wide band this width is more, but in narrow band this width is very less. Okay, that is why the narrow band is very less, only small amount of frequency will be, frequency range signals will be transferred. So this is about the narrow band pass filter. So based on this, they have given an example here. So what is that example here? A numerically solved. Design a band pass filter shown in figure so that Fc is equal to 1 kilohertz, Q is equal to 3, AF is equal to 10. So this is the circuit diagram of that. So first what we have to do, choose the value of C1 is equal to C2 equal to 0.01 microfarad. Substitute the value for R1, write the formula. Q is equal to 3, 2 pi, F becomes 10 cube, that is 1 kilohertz. C becomes 0.01 microfarad will be 10 to the power of minus 8 into AF is 10. So if you solve, you will get R1 as 4.77 kilo ohm. And similarly, if you write the formula for R2 as Q divided by 2 pi Fc into 2Q square minus AF, you will get the answer R2 as 5.97. Similarly, R3 is Q divided by pi Fc into C, 3, where Q is equal to 3 divided by pi 10 cube 10 power minus 8, you will get it as 95.5 kilo ohm. So use the value of R1, R2 and R3. So what is the advantage? What is the advantage of this circuit means we can obtain, we can design it for multiple frequency here. So he also says this, that in the section B, change the center frequency to 1.5 kilohertz. So change the center frequency and find what is the new value of R2 dash. So the new value of R2 dash is given by R2 into Fc by Fc dash. So Fc he has given to be 1 kilohertz and Fc dash he has given in the question itself as 1 point. The change in the center frequency is 1.5 kilohertz. So R2 if you write it as 6.2k and Fc as 1k and Fc dash as 1.5k, the new value of R2 dash will be equal to 2.65 kilo ohm. Okay, So this completes the narrow band pass filter. So totally today we completed band pass filter, that to wide band and narrow band. Tomorrow we shall start with band reject filters. Thank you students. Have a good day. Study well.